camera in a little while. You would have seen last week I didn't weekly vlog. I just decided to do a mukbang and just take the week off vlogging for a couple of reasons, but I'm honestly feeling really refreshed work-wise, which is really nice. But as of Saturday at 4 p.m, Brisbane and Southeast Queensland have gone into a snap lockdown. Originally it was just 3 days, so Saturday afternoon until Tuesday afternoon, but literally like an hour ago they announced that it's being extended. It's only really just over a week in lockdown. I'm not complaining. I know that I am in such a blessed position right now, but I just don't think that me weekly vlogging this week is gonna happen. Like, I just don't see that happening for myself. So I'm just gonna daily vlog today, and I thought that it'd be fun to show you what I eat throughout the day. I haven't done a what I eat in a day in ages, and I feel like one of the main points or like topics I guess that my weekly vlogs cover is what I eat and like how I train. Not saying I'm professional, not saying I know what I'm doing, but I always get questions about the food that I'm eating and how I track and all that kind of jazz. So I just thought it'd be fun to do a dedicated video for that. So I'm gonna put a disclaimer out here. If you find tracking calories or counting calories or just talking about food triggering for you, this probably just isn't the video for you. I also want to say that I know that tracking isn't for everyone, and I know that some people have tried it and hated it. Some people try it and love it. It's not essential. You don't have to do it to achieve the results that you want, but I just find that it works best for me, and I like feel very good mentally towards tracking. I've just found that it's helped me the best. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you, doesn't mean that you should be doing it. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, and don't think that just because I do it, you have to do it as well. It's currently almost 11 a.m. and I'm just about to head out for a walk. We're allowed to exercise within 10 kilometers of our house. I honestly haven't gymmed, tracked my food, or hit my steps since last Tuesday, so I'm not feeling fantastic. I'm not feeling on top of my game. I did have some breakfast this morning. As you would have seen, I had avo on toast with some scrambled eggs, and it was so good. If you haven't put cheese in your scrambled eggs before, I beg you, it is game changing. It like changes the consistency and the taste, and it is so good. My breakfast is fairly high in fat, but I make it work because it's so good. I'm gonna be having a bowl of protein oats when I get back from my walk, and then lunch, and then dinner later on. I'm gonna get walking, and I'll chat to you when I'm back home. Okay, I just got back from my walk. I ended up walking 8.6 kilometers. I'm currently at 11,700 steps, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna take that as a win. I will say that last night when I was eating dinner, I could just smell smoke, and like my house wasn't smoky. Outside like looked kind of smoky, but like not enough to be like, oh wow, there's definitely smoke out there. And equally, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I think it's getting better. And then I just came home from my walk and I'm like, no, it definitely still smells like smoke. And I don't know if it's because I got used to it in my house, and then I went for my walk and came back and realized that it's still in my house, and I don't know what to do. Like, surely I don't call 000. Maybe there's like something online that I can do. I don't really know. Like, I don't know who to talk to, but it smells so bad. Like, these are the type of things that I just like think that adults are meant to know, but I'm an adult and I don't know how to handle this situation. So I'm talking to my vlog about it, and I'm probably going to avoid it until it goes away. I'm quite hungry, so I'm gonna make some protein oats. I'm gonna do 40 grams of oats with a scoop of protein. I'll show you the protein I'm using. This is I feel like this is such a bad angle. As I was saying, this is the whey protein that I use. I do switch between like Naked Harvest, Macromac, and Rule 1 depending on what I'm using it for, but my whey protein has the most protein in it, and hitting my protein target is very important. So one serving of this has 110 calories, hardly any carbs, hardly any fats, and 25 grams of protein. So I'm gonna put a scoop of this in with my oats and then just top it with some strawberries, and I think it's like 350 calories or something, which is perfect for a snack. I'm sitting on my couch right now. I just finished eating my bowl of oats, and a postie came and dropped off a package from James Cosmetics, and they sent me a whole pile. This looks like a CD stack. A whole pile of eye masks and this one face mask. This is so exciting. When I moved house very recently, I was decluttering my bathroom and I found I had this pack of eye masks in my bathroom, and I was like, oh, thought that was a phone ringing, but that was actually just a bird. You would have seen I put on these eye masks literally this morning because I put them on a couple days ago and I loved it. And I was like, why have I never used this? Like, why have I owned this for so long and never used it? I think I got the pack that I have in like a random gift bag. They have so many different ones as well. Like, these are all for different things. So thanks so much, James Cosmetics. That's so kind. I also called my real estate agent about the smoke situation. And he said that there was, what was the word he used? A something fire in an area near me. And he said that a couple of the other residents and stuff have been smelling it as well. So he said that it's nothing to worry about and that everyone else can smell it as well. So I'm not stressed. I'm just kind of more annoyed now because it just smells so bad. And like, I've shut my doors, but like, what else can I do? And it's hurting my throat. But it is currently 2:30 and I haven't had lunch yet, which is like not normal. So I'm going to cook lunch. I'm contemplating meal prepping. Like, I'm so hungry that I just want to cook and eat, but like, should I make my lunch that I'm having today and like times it by 4 so that I have food ready for the rest of the week? Or should I just cook one meal now? Or should I swap my dinner and lunch around so that I have more energy to cook and meal prep dinner? These are my questions. I did also track a protein shake. So with the same protein that I used for my oats, I'm gonna make a protein shake with just water. It's the only protein powder I've tried that I like with the water. So in my oats I use the chocolate fudge flavor, and in my shakes I use the lightly salted caramel. It's so good. This is the protein I use if I'm just having it with water in a shake. Saves calories, hits the protein, good time around. Okay, I'm midway through cooking my lunch. What you can hear in the background, I've got my rice cooker cooking 40 grams of rice. This lighting's whack, but I'm just cooking up my chicken. We got there in the end. I'm doing 190 grams of chicken, which is like a fair amount of chicken, but A, in a burrito bowl, it doesn't taste like you're eating heaps of chicken, and B, I try to spread out my protein throughout my day, throughout my meals, and that just means that for lunch I'm having 190 grams of chicken. Every time I post photos of my meals and mainly my chicken on my Instagram, I always get questions about what seasoning I use, and I feel like this is the most boring thing I could be vlogging about, but I'm gonna tell you what seasonings I use anyway. I have this massive one of paprika that I use all the time, and then depending on what I'm cooking my chicken for is dependent on whether I use the seasoning. But I also have this huge thing of taco seasoning, and that's literally all I use. I just chuck it on when the chicken is cooked, and it's so good. So I have my rice, I have my chicken. I've also just separately weighed up 40 grams of avo for my guac, and then I have corn and a 4-bean mix. These are just cans that I've opened and put in here. So I'm going to use 50 grams of each of these. So I'm going to layer my bowl with rice and then chicken and then corn and then the beans and then avo on top, and a little bit of Kewpie mayo, 5 grams. If you haven't tried Kewpie mayo before, you need to. This is what the bottle looks like. You can buy it from Woolies. I'm pretty sure you can now buy it from Coles as well. I feel like this is very unlikely, but if you are normally very low in fats within your macros, get Kewpie. Game changing. I'm gonna use this cutie little bowl I got from Gymshark for my birthday. It's the cutest thing ever. It's from Urban Outfitters. It's my favorite ever. And I'm gonna stack everything up. Alright, we're back in the kitchen and I've just finished cooking up dinner. I'm not gonna lie, I did forget I was filming what I eat today. And I just went right ahead and cooked dinner and didn't show you the cooking process. But my PT is currently running a little group team coaching chat that I've been listening to while I cook, so I couldn't chat, but I've just muted myself, left that chat for a quick sec because I wanted to show you my dinner. I will put a photo up on the screen of the pasta that I use by the brand Veta. It's very high in protein and I love it. I really like the texture and consistency. I don't know if it's because I haven't had pasta in a while or what, but I just really like it. So I boiled up some of that. I cooked chicken breast, some veggies, and I used Okay, well now my computer's playing the call out loud. This is the pasta sauce I used. It's so yum, so good. The serving size is 125 grams, but I used 100. And then I times all of my ingredients by 4, and this is what we're left with. So I'm gonna eat this for dinner. I'll put them in the fridge for me to eat throughout the week. I'll pop the macros up on a screen because I feel like I don't see people cooking pasta within their macros very often, and I honestly just thought that I couldn't eat pasta and I couldn't eat spaghetti and I couldn't eat this or that because I'm trying to hit my macros, but you can make it work. And if I want something really bad, I just work my breakfast and lunch around my dinner meal. So this is fairly high in carbs, so I just make sure I have less rice in my burrito bowl, that kind of thing. And I also thought I could never use pasta sauces like that. I don't know why, I just thought that they were bad when they're not at all. They were really great. So that's my dinner. I'm gonna scoff that down while I continue on this group training call, and then I'm gonna have some ice cream and Naked Harvest moon milk for dessert. Currently 11:45, so it's almost midnight. I stayed up to watch the Matildas play their semi-final in the Olympics, and they lost 1-0, so I kind of just stayed up for no reason. It was an okay game. I don't know, I don't really watch football very often. I play soccer. I don't know why I just called it football. I don't know, people get weird about what they call soccer and football. Anyway, I play soccer, but I don't love watching it unless I like know someone on the team or it's a particularly interesting game. But I feel like that game was just like a bit, it is what it is. I drank my moon milk, I did a couple of emails, and I also replied to all of my DMs. My DMs are always crazy on a Monday because it's Never Miss a Monday, so I went through and screenshotted it all so I can make my collage for it all tomorrow. I do get a couple of people from overseas tagging me in Never Miss a Monday stories on my Tuesday, so I always tend to post my collage on a Tuesday or Wednesday once everyone has had the chance to tag me in their stories, which I just think is so crazy. I also thought I would tell you about my calories at the end of the day. So I went 24 calories over, but I was within 3 grams of my protein, 2 grams of my fat, and 1 gram of my carbs, so all within 3 grams of my macros. I feel like that is pretty ideal, and if I do go over my calories a little bit, I don't really mind as long as I'm not going over in my fats and carbs. I feel like it's different for everyone, like people have very different opinions on that. So that's my day today, done and dusted. I also closed all of my rings, and to top it all off, I did 13,800 steps. Love that for me. So my perfect week is looking good so far. Let's see if I can keep this going. Watch me just have too much fun with this and end up doing a perfect month for August. Anyway, that is all I have to say. I'm going to set my alarm and head to bed, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with me, seeing a bit more of an in-depth routine of what I eat. I do know it is kind of like boring food, like it's nothing crazy, but I really enjoy it. I'm in a deficit, I'm hitting my goals, and I'm loving it. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in my next video in the very near future. Bye!